So, yan.
Okay. So, are we having people? Wow. Good afternoon, everyone. I already saw 58 people coming in to the training session, which is very exciting. And we're getting more and more. I think we had like around 80 attendees from in the last
Yeah, I
session that
think
we
so.
had in December. So I'm hoping that we will reach at least the same number of attendees today. If we can get more, then that would be more awesome. Okay, so let's just wait for a few more peeps to come in, and then we can start the party. All right. And while we're waiting for the others, the team and I actually checked the forms, the registration forms that you guys filled out before this session, and we can see that there are still a few. Well, there's quite a lot of users or brokers that are not yet using Robin. So I guess this is a good opportunity for all you guys to have a quick look on what Robin can do. So let us just wait for probably 2 more minutes. Okay. Again, guys, if you have any questions during the session, feel free to throw it in the comment section. And our team, I have a lot of like a bunch of people working with me behind the camera, so they will be answering any questions. If we cannot answer your questions within this training session, we'll definitely um, answer them after the session, and we will send out an article covering the questions and the topics that we will be covering for today's training. Okay. Oh wow, we have now 89. Oh, 90.
Yeah.
Let me correct. It's now 90 people in the party. So I guess we can start the session right now. And I already have Brokerpedia homepage on the screen right now, and I know everyone is pretty much familiar on what Brokerpedia is, but the highlight of the training session for today is our friend Robin AI. So last December we had another session with Robin AI. And again, since there are quite a few brokers who are attending today who haven't attended last month, we thought it's good if we can just do a quick recap of what Robin can do, the basic things that he can do. But just to give you a general background on what Robin is, again, Robin AI is something that's designed specifically for Australian broking, and it gives lender specific responses when it comes to bank policy instead of just getting the information from the internet. So this was made for you guys so you can have an assistant in doing your work. Okay. And we are very excited to tell you guys that from the last time that we had a training session with Robin, we have been working on its accuracy and speed time. Our accuracy rate in December was 84.6, and we are excited to tell you guys that now accuracy rate is running around 85.01, and speed time has been cut significantly, and we are continuing to improve Robin's accuracy and speed time to make sure that you guys will get what you deserve in terms of getting information from Robin. Okay, so let me just go through the first thing that I want to show. This specifically, I wanted this to show to the new guys, to Robin. So basically, I'm just gonna go through quickly on what Robin can do, and then I'll start with single lender search. Now, we all know that we want to see accurate information for policies for specific lenders, especially if you are narrowing your analysis on single lenders. So Robin can actually help you with that one. For this example, you can see that the question that we have for Robin is specifically for Combank's policy on 1 year tax return self-employed. And Robin gave us the accurate responses in relation to that Combank's policy for self-employed borrowers. So nothing changed. There are some changes in the background that happened from the last time that we had a session with Robin, but most of them are just additional features which we will cover later, and also again background enhancements that we did for Robin. So this is one thing that you can do, guys, at Robin. Search single lender policy. And then we also, of course, if you can do single lender, of course, Robin can definitely do multi-lender search. Now, when do we need the multi-lender search? Of course, when we start looking for the best lender for the for our clients. So for this example, you can see the question is about notional rent expense. And this question wants to see the list of the banks that do not include notional rent expense. And what Robin will do is basically give you a table of the lenders that won't do notional rent expense. And it also has, you can see this at ID entry number where it oops let me just yep where it includes the actual policy of that particular lender. Also, as you know, Brokerpedia has another feature called Gather Intel, where we can send out questions to our BDMs, and it gets stored to the Brokerpedia database, which also helps Robin refine the answer for you when you ask a question. So for this particular um, response from Robin, there are different sources that were checked to come up with this answer. And you can always check or validate Robin's response. We are very, um, we would welcome very much any comment that you see on Robin's response. So feel free to validate. We would love to hear your validation to make sure that we're doing the right thing. And Robin is doing a great job for you guys. So you can just hover your mouse on the number, and it will give you a pop-up with the source of the information where Robin got the answer. Now, if there are multiple sources where Robin got the answer, everything will be here, and you can just um, op- open it by just hovering your mouse on the ID entry, or you can actually click the actual number, and it will give you the whole page of the source data source of Robin. So that's it. Now you can um it's possible that you can get the response from the first table that Robin will give you, but you also have the option to click show more lenders or more lenders. In that case, Robin will go through the database again and see if there are any more lenders that can actually do what you're looking for. So while I'm here, I'm just gonna go through the exact to the further response, and you can see here that Robin is not just answering your question, but it can also offer more help to you, like just like an assistant. Like, what can I do next? How can I help you more? So you may have other things that you may want to do on that specific scenario or on that specific question, which Robin may remind you. So this is what Robin can do further to help you and make your life a lot better when you're doing your credit analysis or your client analysis. Again, we have the copy button. If you want to transfer the responses from Robin to your CRM, you can either copy it via text, where it will just be plain text. It won't keep the formatting of Robin, but if you copy it as an HTML, then it will keep the formatting that Robin has in this entry. You also have double check button, which makes Robin rethink of his response. So if you say like, Robin, I'm not sure if this is right. Can you try again, or can you double check your answer? Just click double check, and Robin will rethink or reassess the responses that he gave you. Now you can always save it too, either via PDF or Word, whichever works better for you. And again, try again if you think that you want Robin to regenerate a new response for your question. All right, so double check. Um, Again, Robin is just gonna rethink the response that he gave you, and then try again. Basically, Robin will regenerate the response for you. Again, please don't forget to click the buttons yes, no, partly. Any comment, any ratings that you give us is very much welcome. This is something that we need to make sure that we are improving and we are giving the best service Robin can give you guys. Another thing that I would like to emphasize, and this is something new actually, ask more. I'm supposed to talk about it later, but whatever, I'll just say it now. Ask more is similar to what can I help you do next? So this also gives, Robin also gives you options on what additional steps he can help you with. Of course, if you want any further instructions or questions to Robin, feel free to type it in the text box. But we also have options for you, such as drafting an email for your client, or maybe you want to create a checklist in relation to the question that you asked Robin earlier. Or maybe let's put it on another level. What if Robin writes the notes for the assessor on your behalf? How convenient is that for the broker? I know it must be really hard for a broker to, write mitigations to the assessor and explain a specific credit policy to an assessor. So imagine if Robin can do that on your behalf in what, less than a minute. I think that will just cut your time half, and you can definitely move on with your next thing to do on your to-do list. Okay, oops, I, I accidentally click it, but let's Robin wait or do its job. So while doing that, another thing that I would like to highlight for Robin is its ability to help with bank forms. Now, you can get the bank forms from the bank portal, from the broker portal and stuff, but Robin is actually better in terms of getting, because first of all, you don't have to go to the bank portal, you just need to get it from Robin. So for this particular example, I asked for a discharge form for ANZ and at Robin, and we all know how hard it is to get a discharge form. Maybe not from ANZ, because ANZ has its discharge form on the website, but I know a few banks that just don't want to give the discharge forms because they don't want to let go of their client. So if you can just ask Robin to get the discharge form for a particular bank, then it will give you the answer for this question. So Robin gave us different options on how you can get the discharge form. So this one, the first option will take you to the ANZ website where you can get the discharge form, while this other one, the second bullet, already has the form. And we are always making sure that the forms that we have on our database are updated. We are always checking the validity of the bank forms that we have on database, so we don't give you old forms. And for example, Robin wants to be very sure that it's giving you the answer that you're looking for. You might be actually we're looking for an ANZ commercial payout figure form. So Robin is showing you right now. Okay, so that's one thing that Robin can do. You can get bank forms from Robin in less than a minute. Okay, so I have a few more features that I want to show to you guys on what Robin can do. And this is something new. I don't think I showed this before in my previous session, but Robin can also help you in doing the bank process um, by giving you instructions on how to do it. For example, this question is about doing a combank pricing for a first home buyer client. And this, let's say the user is wondering how should he make the pricing, or how should he lodge the pricing at Combank. So basically, it's giving you the instruction that in the Combroker portal, you have to enter the actual LVR, because we all know that for a first home buyer, most banks are applying 80% rates, or rates for 80% LVR. And sometimes it gives confusion when you do the actual bank pricing. So Robin is saying here, you enter the actual 95% and you have to tick a box in the Combank portal, and that should give you the correct pricing for first home buyer clients. And then the other one that I'd like to show you is Robin helping you enter information in a BankQuest service calculator. So this is not about policy, this is not about forms, but it's the actual process that Robin is helping you with. So for BankQuest calculator, we know there are two types of self-employed income that you can use for BankQuest, and dependent on which one you're gonna use, that's also how you can. That's also how you will fill out the BankQuest servicing calculator. So it's giving you the two ways. Now, it even gives you the tab where you need to put the information depending on the approach that you will be using at BankWest. This is something that um, you cannot see in bank policy in portals. This is not in broker. This is probably not in Brokerpedia, but this is Robin talking to you and giving you instructions on how to do it. We have also a few users where we saw that Robin is helping them fill out apply online applications. Like, where do I put this number? Where do I put this information? And just Robin is just guiding the user on how they actually can fill out the apply online platform. So this is one new thing that Robin can offer to the user in terms of helping them do their work. Now, another one that we're very excited to show you guys is drafting email. Robin can draft an email for you guys. You don't need to use a lot of your brain cells to draft an email. You may not need a template when you want to send an email to your client, because Robin can definitely give you a personalized draft for an email to your client, to your BDM, based on your analysis for that particular client. In this example, you can see here that the user wanted Robin to draft an email for the client explaining the Combank's 1 year self-employed policy. You even can make and give instructions to Robin on how you want the email to look like. You want it to be more casual? Just tell Robin. You want it to be more professional, more formal? Just tell Robin what you need to do, and Robin will do the work for you. So again, if for example you're not you still want to tweak the first draft that Robin has done, then just click here and tell Robin what other things you want to see on your draft, and Robin will do that for you in a minute or so. Then just copy, paste, send, done. Move on to your next client. So that's how flexible and how fast Robin is as your assistant. Okay, now this is another new thing that Robin is offering to the users. Now, you might be familiar on this screen. This is the keyword search engine. This is the first search engine of Brokerpedia before Robin came into picture. So what why are we looking at this? Why are we looking at the keyword search? I have this example wherein I'm looking. Let's say am not yet keen to use Robin. So I'm still using the keyword search and I want to know something about ANZ casual income. Um Now I have searched the ANZ casual income, and you know guys how this works. Brokerpedia is coming up with a summary of of the bank policy, and what we added here is this green button here wherein you can, well, scroll down and check every entry that you can see here, or give yourself a break and click continue with Robin AI, and you will go straight to Robin. And how long did it take to get us to give us the answer for the answer? Is it casual income? I just blinked, and then we got the answer. So that's how fast we're trying to get Robin. So we can, help you more in your work. Now, you also have this ask more, continue by asking. If this actually helps, if you don't have any idea on what the next step would be, but Robin will give you something to think about and maybe something that you can use to further work or further ask Robin. So Robin wants to talk to you guys. He wants to have long conversations with you. So don't be afraid to ask Robin. Um, Robin and any AI platform we know is not perfect. Robin might miss some things, but it doesn't mean Robin is not working. You just also have to help Robin be the best version of it. How's that? So tell him when it's wrong. Tell him if it's missing something. Tell him if you want to change something from his response. And Robin won't take it like in a bad way. Robin is our good guy here. So if you need to change something from Robin's response, Robin will check it. So don't be afraid. Don't jump out if you think, Robin is not giving me the answer. You just have to guide Robin, and definitely Robin will give you a better answer, or at least the answer that you want to get from it. Okay. So again, guys, if you're not used to going directly to Robin, you might actually want to use this keyword search. And always look for the green button because that's what will lead you to Robin and will make it will make Robin your new best friend. Another thing that we would like to show you guys is Robin's ability to read files. This example you can see is a payslip uploaded to Robin. And once you have uploaded any document to Robin, you can ask whatever you want. You can get Robin to check if the payslip or whatever document is correct, if it's missing something, or if for example, you have a bank policy document, upload it to Robin, then ask Robin. Robin will go through the bank policy and tell you and look the answer for you. I understand how hard it might be to go through 100 pages of bank manuals just to check for a policy that you're looking for. But in the first place, you can actually get get it from Robin. But yeah, guys, in this example, you can see we have uploaded a payslip and we ask Robin to calculate, not just check on the document, but calculate the number or the income from that payslip. And it's gonna give you a of the breakdown of the income on the payslip, which what the what the banks would want to see anyway. You will also see that in this particular entry or in this particular response, there are key details that Robin pointed out, which might actually not be obvious to us. For example, this it says here it doesn't match the simple 2 or 3 week year to date number. So it's guiding you um to check more or to ask more so you can actually rule out any discrepancies that can be available on the payslip there. So right now you can upload PDF and spreadsheet to Robin, and Robin should be able to help you with any questions that you may have from that document. Now, another thing is the quick check. Now, what is a quick check? Quick check is definitely something that Robin is coming up with because Robin would like to get as much information as he can, so he can also give you the accurate information or the accurate response. Now, if for example, you have given a question to Robin and Robin says, it's not, I think it's not yet enough for me to come up with a response, then it will come up with a quick check. So what are you trying to do? For this example, the user is trying to know how to fix an existing ING loan. And Robin has given him an answer, but Robin said this might not be enough. So what if I check with the user, what specifically are you trying to do? So maybe he can help more. And then what you normally do, just like ChatGPT, you reply with A or B. You don't need to type in the whole sentence or the whole phrase, just A and B. We don't want things to be hard for you guys. So a single letter will do the trick for Robin. Again, you have reminders, gotchas that Robin would like to, um, to mention to you in case it slipped your mind, and also some cautions or something that you can watch out for. And yeah, if you're okay with that, what's the next step that you want to do? And I am almost done. The next one that I wanted to show with you is, again, we're talking about no longer no longer working on credit policy. We were talking about drafting email. We're talking about um, guiding you on how to process application, how to do bank documents, how to fill out calculators. But do you know that Robin can also be helpful if you have, let's say you have a team and you want to have this um, routinely quizzes. You want to check their knowledge. Do you know Robin can actually help you come up with questions for your quizzes? So this is the not really a question but a response, a command from the user, well, an instruction from the user, and Robin can actually come up with a list of topics that you can use for the quiz. Again, you have the entry ID here to double check the answers if you want to make sure, like if you want to you're doing the answer key sheet or stuff like that, you can always refer to your ID entry number. And it even categorized the credit policy. You can have questions around income and servicing policy, living expenses and him, structures, borrowers, and a lot more. So again, Robin is trying to be more expansive in terms of how he can help you guys. It can be it you can start from bank policy and end up having Robin as your quiz question maker. I think I've also seen users where they use Robin for marketing of their businesses. So imagine if you can do everything, almost everything. Let's not say everything, but at this stage, let's say Robin can do almost everything that you can that you want to do, not only for your clients but for your business as a whole. So Robin is becoming more like an overall system to you, not just client related assistant to you. Now, I have this last example that I want to show you, and I think so far this has been the best example of how Robin can help you with your clients. This is basically, in general, this is a whole client analysis done in less than an hour. So why did I say it's client analysis? We started with one question, a single lender search, and we are starting to go wider on the question. We're jumping from a single lender to a multi-lender search. And I'll just go through quickly on it. Just wanted to show you what has been done in this scenario. Basically, this is what I'm telling you earlier. You can click show more lenders because it's gonna give you more lenders if there are a few more lenders out there. Um, Now I understand every time you click show me more lenders, it's giving you a brand new table. So if you click, for example, the user clicked show me more lenders twice, so he's getting three tables in total because he had one in the first response. He asked for another set of lenders, and then he asked for another set of lenders. It might be hard to do the analysis when you're looking at three tables. So the user said, "Can you merge this three tables actually?" And Robin has given him one single table consisting all the lenders from the three previous tables that it has. Again, it is ranking the lenders based on the best lender that you can go to in relation to the specific credit policy. I'll just go past through it because there's quite a few lenders that Robin gave us. And then if you want to like amend or update the table that Robin gave you, then just tell Robin what you need to add and specifically what you want to add on the table. And most of the time Robin is a yes man. Well, yes person. I don't want to be racist. It's a yes person. So it will just normally say yes and give you the answer that you're looking for. Again, this is one way of us telling Robin what needs to be done instead of just jumping out and just, running out of the room saying, I'm out of this. So Robin just need a little more guidance from you guys so he can get the answer that we want. So now we got back to Combank, and this particular part is now entering compliance territory. I know how hard compliance can be when you're making client analysis. Again, you have the best interest duty guideline. You always have to keep in mind what's best for the client. But of course, it's also going to take you a lot of hours to do your research and come up with the best lender that meets the client's objective. In this part, Robin is actually starting to help the user to come up with a compliance commentary on why, for this particular client, Combank is the best lender. Now, you can see here that it's giving the Combank policy um, related to the client scenario and why Combank is the best policy, or sorry, best lender that the client can go to. Now, we also know that part of the compliance, you have to check the interest rates. because that's also one of the biggest things that the clients are after when they are applying for a loan. So we asked Robin to give us a little more specific details on Combank and on the other lender. And as you can see here, hold on, let me just. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, where is that? There. So this is the table that Robin gave the user after the user asked for this details. And as you can see here, it gives you all the parameters that have been used for the previous analysis in terms of the bank policy. It also gives you the interest rate right now. Now it would be better if, oh yeah, we put the, oh no, it would have been better if the user has instructed Robin if he's actually looking for an owner occupied or investment in interest rate, because by default Robin will use owner occupied PNI rates in its responses, but definitely it will give you the rates. And also, now that the rates are starting to rise, the rates today might not be the rates tomorrow, but in this particular response, Combank actually mentioned about the interest rate rising from 5.74% to 5.99% because of the recent RBA increase. Now, the other banks that were mentioned here, that we haven't received any announcements from those banks. So these are the rates as of that date. Okay, now I'll just go pass through this one. And then the user said, okay, Comac doesn't have the cheapest rate. Can you do can you redo the compliance inclusive of the rates analysis? And again, this is Robin doing your doing most of the work in terms of compliance. It's covering the reason for going to Combank and also taking into account the interest rate and why Combank is still the best lender for the client despite the higher interest rate compared to the other lenders. And this user wants to do more. So what if Robin actually writes the compliance for me? And this is what I'm talking about. You have the best interest, Judy. You have, it's ready to paste. Technically, all you need to do is Control C, Control V, done. Now, what we did here is we actually had a specific client. What happened is that the client notes were printed out as PDF, and then we uploaded it to Robin. Robin, here's the client's information. Redo the analysis in relation to the client situation. And what's impressive about this is that, as you can see here, the rest or the question or the instruction has no mention of the income, no mention of the property whatsoever. But if you scroll down, Robin knows the name of the property. Robin knows there's lack of income from the client. And this is just gonna like cut hours, maybe weeks of work if you can get your client analysis done by Robin. Again, any we are not getting copies of the documents that you are uploading, so that actually gives you an assurance that your client's documents or whatever documents you're uploading to Robin are secured. Okay, so we're trying now to build the communication to the client as well as also somehow refining the compliance commentary in relation to the client situation. And this is the last part, I think, where the user wanted or asked Robin to draft an email to the client explaining her options, what are the options, what's not available for her. And basically, this is your end product. You've done the analysis, you've done your compliance, and you have a ready email that you can send to the client. And that's just one whole analysis done in, again, this is done in less than an hour. So imagine if you can cut your client analysis from 3 weeks to one to less than an hour, and you're basically just asking questions to Robin. So this is something that's very promising of Robin. If we can continue getting these types of instructions or questions from the user, I think it will just change how you work and how efficiently you can do your client analysis and respond to your clients. Now, one last thing before I end this, it's getting longer. Um, is that, as you can see here, the left part of the window is you have new chat and all chat. All chat basically is a history of the conversations that you've had with Robin. And this scenario that we just discussed is actually this one. Now, let me tell you, when I started the conversation, or when the conversation was started, it wasn't named Joe Bates. It will normally show, or it will normally have the first question that was asked by the user. But what's good with Robin is that you can actually just click this icon, rename, and if it's for a particular specific client, then you just put your client's name on it. When you need to go back and reanalyze the client situation, you know where to find your analysis at Robin. So it's starting to become a workspace for everyone. And it's becoming like a one-stop shop for the brokers. You can do your analysis, you can have your client information here, and you can do virtually everything. We're trying to see if there's a possibility to incorporate servicing calculators. We know we have banks have different servicing calculators, but we never stop with what Robin can do more for the brokers. Um, and I guess that's the last of it for this session. Again, guys, if you have any questions, if you have any comments about Robin, about this training session, feel free to send us an email, send a message to the comment section. And also, before I let you go, guys, just wanted to let you know that we are still in the integration of Robin to other Brokerpedia features. We are now able to draft email, but we are also aiming to have the email sent from Robin. And this will happen if we can if by with the integration of Gather Intel to Robin. If we can, once we have done this, it's definitely gonna make your lives a lot easier. Having all the capacity or capabilities, tools that you have in one page is definitely gonna be a game changer for all of us. We will also have another session for Gather Intel, because this is also another interesting Brokerpedia feature that you we are sure that you guys will love. Just cutting the time when you're sending out email questions to your BDM and storing information after your BDM responds to your email or to your question. Um, I guess I wow. It took me like 40 minutes to go through this. I said I'm just gonna go quickly on this one. But guys, I think that's about it. We still have a few more improvements being done as we speak, and we are aiming to have this Robin Brokerpedia training on a monthly basis to make sure you guys are always up to date with what Brokerpedia and Robin can offer you. Again, thank you so much, guys, for being with us, spending 40 minutes of your time today to know more about Robin AI. And we hope that we can see more people coming in and talking to Robin. Let's have a chat with Robin. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.